Hey, Josh Cantwell back again with strategicrealestatecoach.com with a very important lesson. One of the things that I constantly get questions about from our members and subscribers is how do we find good qualified contractors? You see, when you find discounted real estate and deals that have a lot of profit in them, a lot of times they need work, they need repairs, whether it could be a light rehab or a significant full rehab. That has to get done. That rehab work has to get done. And contractor estimates can be all over the board. I mean, I have guys that, I look at a property and I think it needs $22,000 in work. And I have another contractor that looks at it and says it needs $38,000. Well, how is it possible to have a $16,000 or an $18,000 or $20,000 difference in the cost of repairs? So the first thing when looking for contractors is to never be satisfied with just one. Never be satisfied with just one. Always be on the hunt, especially if you do as many deals as we do. We have 12, 15, 16 renovation and rehab projects going on at any one time. We need several general contractors and lots of subcontractors to basically feed our appetite for these deals. And so I have for you today 14 simple methods to locate and hire qualified contractors. Now, number one is the Home Depot and the Lowe's contractor desk. Now, between 6 and about 7:30 in the morning, all the best contractors show up really early. They show up in the morning to buy all their materials for their jobs. So if you want to find a good qualified contractor, somebody who does really good work, show up at Lowe's and Home Depot between 6 and 7:30 a.m., go to the contractor desk and hang out. Talk to the guys that are there. They usually have free coffee there. Grab a cup of coffee, ask guys for their business cards, ask them what their specialty is. Now, in addition, you might find really good qualified contractors also between 6 and 8 p.m. the night before. The guys who are there the night before that are buying materials are getting prepared for the next day. We love those guys that are, they have their materials and they're planned out well in advance. So number one is the contractor desk. Number two, the real estate investor associations. Every local market community has a real estate investor club or a real estate investor association. At those associations, there's almost always really good qualified contractors who want rehab work. Become a member of those RIA clubs and go find out who are the quality people there. The really good contractors, they have a resume. They have like a 3-ring binder or portfolio of deals and pictures that they can show you. Number three, drive for contractors. Anytime I'm driving through a neighborhood on my way from one renovation to the next, I'm out in the field. If I see a crew doing work at a house, I stop in. I walk in the front door, knock on the door and just say hi. Now, a lot of times what you'll have is subcontractors working for a general contractor. And I'll ask that subcontractor directly for their business card and build up my list of all my subs, because even a good GC is always looking for good subcontractors, right? So drive for business cards. If you see somebody doing work, whether it's painting, roofing, siding, you see a bunch of cars in the front yard, or you maybe even see a stake of a contractor's sign that just got done with a project, make sure that you stop in, ask them what they charge, grab a business card. Number four, fundamental groups like the Amish. In my area, there's a lot of Amish that do really good, high quality carpentry. So if you go into the area where there's new builds, where there's new properties that are being built, a lot of times you'll see fundamental groups, people like the Amish, who are there doing work. They do really good quality work and they do it very cheap. Number five is your municipality, your local building department. You go to the municipality, there's going to be a list of contractors that are already approved to work in that city. Cities where there's a lot of renovation work or a lot of building, contractors and subcontractors have to get approved and submit their paperwork to the city to do work there. The city will keep a roster of plumbers, electricians, carpenters, finish guys, roofers, foundation, brick and mortar, concrete, that are already approved by the city. walk into the city that you're about to work in, say, I just bought this house or I'm about to buy this house. What contractors have you already worked with that are approved to work in your city? Now keep in mind, those municipalities, they're not going to refer or endorse any one contractor. They're just going to give you the list, okay? Now, number 6 is advertising on Craigslist and making sure when you ask for people to respond about working on your projects, whether they're a handyman or a contractor, make sure you ask for a resume. Make sure you ask for copies of pictures, copies of work that they've done in the past. You can find good carpenters and good plumbers on Craigslist. Number 7 is material supply houses. Okay, places like Building 9 or Menards that just sell materials and building supply stores. They usually have a place and a roster of contractors that buy materials in bulk, right? So those building supplies and people that buy a lot of materials in bulk, whether it's drywall or flooring, they're gonna have contractors that come back every day or every week to buy more and more and more material. Next is builders, people who build homes from scratch. This is number 8, builders. Builders are usually going to use subcontractors to do a lot of the other work working under the builder. Well, usually in the winter or there's going to be a slow season, the builder can't keep all those contractors busy, all the guys that do electrical and plumbing. So talk to builders. They'll happily refer you to contractors that they've used, and a lot of times they can't keep those contractors busy full time. Number 9 is realtors. Again, this is a relationship business. It's a people business. I want to get referred to contractors as opposed to finding somebody cold. So if I know a realtor who does a lot of REO work or lists a lot of bank-owned homes or HUD homes, there's a shop in town called RE/MAX Crossroads, and they list and sell a lot of bank-owned and distress and government inventory. Well, I'm going to go to RE/MAX Crossroads and find out who can they refer, because when they get a bank-owned listing, guess what? They have to trash out the house. They have to sometimes Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac wants those properties renovated before they go back on the market. So those realtors that work in the distressed market or in the REO market, they're going to have contractors that they use on a regular basis. Number 10 is a website called NARI.org, N-A-R-I.org, the National Association of Remodelers Industry. This is a website and an organization that people subscribe to, they pay to be a member of, and they become part of the National Association of Remodelers. So go to NARI.org, check that out for builders that are members of NARI. Your local HBA, the Home Builders Association. Again, those contractors, general contractors and subs who are very serious about building their company, they're gonna go and become a member of the local HBA, the local Home Builders Association. You can probably become a member of the HBA. You're gonna meet landscapers there, you're gonna meet roofers there, you're gonna meet all kinds of subcontractors, plumbers, finish guys that can do work there. 12 is anytime you see a sign in front of a project that was just completed, call that sign. Find out who did the work, who did the finish work, and can we see their resume. Number 13 is Angie's List, right? Angie's List. Angie's List now charges about $2 to become a member, and they have tons of contractors on Angie's List where they have a resume and they have reviews by owners and homeowners who have used them before. Number 14 is Home Advisor, and this is our last one. HomeAdvisor.com is a free service, much like Angie's List, but it's free, where they have a list of contractors who've done work in your area, and you can get their resume, find out how many reviews and ratings they have, and be really confident in the recommendations on Home Advisor. This is number 15. This is just kind of a bonus, is talk to people on Facebook. Talk to people in your social network. Find out who they've used. Everybody owns houses these days. Everybody's got problems with houses. Everybody does updates. Just talk to people on Facebook. Put up a post. Hey, I bought a house that I'm gonna renovate. I'm looking for good quality contractors. I'm looking for good quality roofers, subcontractors, flooring guys, cement guys. Who do you know? Have you had any work done before? Trust me, people on Facebook, they're so ready to make good recommendations and also to bash people who do bad work right there on your Facebook news feed and your wall. So check on Facebook, check on your social media, talk to your friends and family. That's number 15. So guys, we've done major renovations, hundreds of major renovations on properties. These are 14, actually 15, we added a bonus, 14 simple methods to find and hire qualified contractors. I hope you enjoyed the video and enjoyed this training. Now, if you have, first thing I want you to do, subscribe to our channel. Make sure you click the button, subscribe to our YouTube channel because we deliver tons of great material, free training and coaching right here on this channel. You're gonna love it and it's absolutely free. Secondly, if you've done renovations before and hired contractors, right beneath this video, leave us a comment on what are some methods that you've used in addition to my 14 or 15 recommendations. What are some methods you've used to hire good qualified contractors? Put those comments right beneath the video, right on this page, and I will also personally respond to those comments and add to whatever you have, or maybe even some suggestions that you have, I can add to this list. Again, this is Josh Cantwell, and on behalf of my entire faculty, all my coaches and students around the world, I want to say thanks a lot for being here. Make sure you become one of our subscribers, and we'll see you inside of our community real soon. Take care.